Hi there, I'm Liam Ward at LearnTheHarmonica.com. I'm here today to talk to you about the difference between 2-draw and 3-blow on a diatonic harmonica. I'm playing a marine band in the key of C. Any diatonic harmonica in the key of C will give you the same sound. This is really for beginners, I suppose, who are kind of wondering why there's a couple of why there are two notes that play the same note, two holes that play the same note on the harmonica. 2-blow, you've probably realised if you're watching this video, 2-draw, sorry, 2-draw and 3-blow play the same note. On a C harmonica, that note is a G. That's 2-draw. That's 3-blow. So it's the same note. And the reason behind that is that the harmonica, or at least this tuning of the harmonica, Richter tuning they call it, was first invented for sort of playing folk melodies of the day, you know, in the 1800s, and that's what these instruments were sort of really made for. And the idea was that you would have a chord when you blow and a chord when you draw, and you could back up a melody with that chord. So there's certain styles of playing, you know, you can so on the blow and on the draw you kind of get a chord. This is the blow and this is the draw. Now you're getting a C chord on the blow and a G chord on the draw, but they both use the note G, so that's why there's two G notes on the harmonica, so that you can get that on the in-breath and on the out-breath. Modern playing, for other styles, pop and rock and blues, it means that you've got a repeated note that you don't necessarily need for chords, but it's still there and you should get used to using them both. But with blues playing, you find that most of the time harmonica players will tell you that you should be using the 2-draw more than the 3-blow. That your 2-draw should be your staple sort of note, and there is a reason for that. And the main reason is that you can do more with the note. It's the same note, but you can manipulate it, you can bend it, you can get a nice vibrato on it, which you can't really get on the 3-draw. So the 3-blow, sorry. So the 2-draw, you can take the normal note, just clean like that, and you can give it a vibrato. Look at a lesson on vibrato to learn how exactly to do that, but the point is you can do that on the 2-draw, whereas the 3-blow, you can't quite get the same thing. You can get a pulse, a sort of a tremolo effect, which is just the volume goes up and down. But the pitch isn't going up and down as it is on the 2-draw. As a beginner, it might be hard to hear the difference in that. Believe me, there's a big difference when you start to really take this instrument further. You can really tell that on that 2-draw you're pulling it down a bit, you're bending it a bit, so you're actually changing the pitch. If I slow it down, you can hear it. Which sounds horrible, but you can hear that it's going like that. You're getting a drop of pitch, whereas on the 3-blow, it's just the volume. It's just kind of going quieter, quieter. It might seem like a splitting hairs sort of thing, especially to a beginner, but it really does make a difference in the feel of the note. You can really pull on that 2 draw as much as you want to. And as a further step, you can bend up to the note, or you can bend down from it to another note. If you can bend notes, then that's within your capability. If not, look at lessons on bending notes, and you will from that realise the possibilities you have with the 2 draw. The 3 blow won't bend. You can't. You can get it to sort of. This is about as far as it'll go. It's not really, you're getting a sort of groan from it. But the 2 draw, is possible to bend it down 2 half steps, a full tone. And that means that if you want to put a bit of a bend on it, at the end of a riff, say, you can put a bit of bend on it and it gives it a really nice feel. You can finish off kind of a... horrible. You can finish off something like this. I've just put a... right at the end there. If I slow it down, you got that little bend and it just gives it a bit more bite. The note's got some grit to it. If you do the same riff, but finish on the 3 blow, you can't do that. I was trying to force the note down then to give you a sense of what happens if you try to bend it. It won't go. So you've got that on the 2 draw that you haven't got on the 3 blow. Something that you can do on the 2 draw as well is you can get a flat 7th interval. Don't worry if those names, if those words mean nothing to you. This is what a flat 7th interval sounds like. That's a kind of dirty, gritty sounding thing, and you'll hear it in sort of a... that. If you look at some lessons on octave splits will give you a route into getting that sort of sound. So that's something you can get on the 2 draw. You can't get that sound, that specific sound on the 3 blow, but you can get an octave split on the 3 blow and an octave above that, which sounds like this. Which is used in a lot of blues things. That big sort of ringing, strong sounding sort of thing. 3 blow and 6 blow, if you play them the same time. Again, look at the lessons available on octave splits to learn more about that. But this is just to let you know that that's a possibility on the 3 blow, which isn't available on the 2 draw. It's one of the few sort of the only sort of big advantage of the 3 blow that I can think of. So you do want to use them both. The other big advantage, which is not for either or, but it's just for one or the other within context, is that it's nice that there's a blow and a draw hole that are the same note, because that means if you're running out of air, you've taken too much in, but you want to play that G, or the equivalent on another key harmonica, but you want to play that note, then you can use the blow note if you've taken too much air in. If you've blown too much, which is not as common, especially with blues, but if you've taken too much air out, then you can finish on the 2 draw specifically to get that air back in. It doesn't necessarily have to be finish on that note, but if you're putting that note into a riff or a melody, then you can pick the right one within the context in order to regulate your airflow. As your playing improves, you should get to a point where you're able to anticipate how much air you're going to have to use, blow a bit harder, or not harder, but let a bit more air out, maybe loose around the harmonica, or when you breathe in, let a bit more air in, to regulate your breathing. Also, your lung capacity will improve as you play more. But that's what they're both. That's what it's like. It's nice having a blow and a draw. So I hope that's been useful in explaining sort of the similarity, but also the differences between 2 draw and 3 blow. So experiment with those. Look at the lessons on vibrato, on octave splits, and on bending in order to get to a point where you're using the 2 draw as best you can. Good luck, have fun, and I will see you further down the road. Thanks a lot. Cheers.